ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Black Ops 2. You know, that futuristic Call of Duty game that's set in a faraway land of 2025. Oh my god, where does the time go, man? This game came out in 2012. Doesn't really seem like it was that long ago, but it really was. Now, some of you may have already heard, I've done videos covering it in the past, that Call of Duty 2025 is set to be a sequel, a direct sequel that is, to Black Ops 2. They're going to be going back to that universe, they're going to be filling in the gaps between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, and just adding even more to the Black Ops universe 1 year after COD 2024, which right now is set to be Black Ops Gulf War. Well, something interesting is happened in regards to that game. I covered part of it in a previous video, but then a tweet was made by Tom Henderson that I never ended up seeing until I saw a Blame Truth video the other day, and I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't see this. This was pretty interesting, and I wanted to make a video covering it for those of you who may have also ended up missing this news. So Tom Henderson posted an article not too long ago, and I did a video covering it, where basically they're talking about Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War as well as COD 2025, and how those games are both set to have open world campaigns, kind of similar to what we have within Modern Warfare 3. Tom Henderson did say in this article that the campaigns were going to be built from the ground up as compared to just reusing assets like we saw in Modern Warfare 3, where basically they just put us on ground war maps and had us run around with some pretty vague objectives. Like, it was not a good campaign. I think we can all agree the Modern Warfare 3 campaign was not good, and so to hear Activision doubling down on that by making Black Ops Gulf War and a sequel to Black Ops 2 also have open world missions really seemed kind of silly, but apparently they're working a lot harder at it. Apparently they're going to be doing a lot better of a job with it. But then again, this is COD we're talking about, and in my opinion, Blackout was a fantastic battle royale, and that was their first iteration. And then the second iteration, which was Warzone, was a lot worse in a lot of different ways. Not every single way, but in a lot of ways, right? So just because it's going to be newer does not mean it's necessarily going to be better. It's weird that they're even going with the idea of open world campaigns. I don't understand the philosophy behind it. COD campaigns have been pretty good for decades now. What is even the point of trying to fix something that isn't broken? I really don't get it. But after that article was posted, Tom Henderson took to Twitter to say this. As mentioned in the article, currently, Call of Duty 2025, the Black Ops 2 sequel, which is 20 months away from release, does not have an assigned main developer. It's my understanding that it was meant to be Sledgehammer Games, but following on from the 16-month development cycle for Modern Warfare 3, they, as in Sledgehammer, basically refused and didn't want to become a year 2 support studio. Now, just to quickly back up on this here, you guys may remember the news that we found out after Modern Warfare 3 dropped that they basically threw the game together in about 16 months, which is probably why they decided to remaster all the OG Modern Warfare 2 maps as compared to having 16 original maps within the game at launch. It was mostly due to time constrictions, which is also the reason why several other features that we kind of anticipated for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 never ended up making it into the game. And Sledgehammer Games, who is fresh off of that 16-month development cycle of pure hell that was Modern Warfare 3, gets told by Activision, hey, we also want you to go ahead and start working on COD 2025, and by the way, you're also going to be doing COD 2027, and on top of that, you're going to be doing it from home because we're changing your office for some reason. We covered that news here a couple of weeks ago. Sledgehammer Games is all working from home until the end of 2024, which is just ridiculous. So moving on here, High Moon Studios was in the running to lead COD 2025 at one point. It's unclear if that's still the case, which would have made them the 4th studio to ever mainline a Call of Duty game, but I believe that's likely going to fall to Treyarch Games in the end. Infinity Ward is already developing Call of Duty 2026, and Sledgehammer Games recently got the green light to develop Call of Duty 2027 per my previous reporting, which again, I covered that in the previous video. The lineup right now is Black Ops Gulf War by Treyarch here in 2024. In 2025, there's going to be a sequel to Black Ops 2, which apparently has no main developer, despite the fact it's supposed to come out in 20 months. Then after that, COD 2026 will be another Infinity Ward Modern Warfare game. Then COD 2027, who knows what that's going to be, but it's going to be developed by Sledgehammer Games. I'm happy that Sledgehammer Games stood up for themselves when it comes to Activision, although at the same time, I don't know how much actual pull they have considering Activision is the publisher and they own Sledgehammer Games, but according to Tom, Sledgehammer made a pretty strong case for why they should not have to become a year 2 support studio, especially after putting out Modern Warfare 3, which in my opinion is a pretty fun game. I know that's not popular. I know every video people just want to hear me complain and bitch and this, that, and the other, but when it comes to gameplay, gameplay, like actually playing the game for fun, I enjoy Modern Warfare 3 more so than virtually every other COD that has come out within the Warzone era. Do I like skill-based matchmaking? Of course not, but I also hate that every single video I make is basically about skill-based matchmaking anymore, because it seems like that's all anybody ever wants to hear about. But I do think Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer was a step in the right direction from a design perspective, right? The new maps they're putting out, pretty damn good. The weapon balance, pretty damn good. The mini-map and Dead Silence coming back, pretty damn good. The movement, pretty damn good. Like, what they've done so far as a studio for Modern Warfare 3 has been pretty impressive, considering they were just thrown into this and given 16 months to give us Modern Warfare 3 in general. And knowing that they have to make COD 2027, I'm happy that they're not just going to become like this studio that keeps the lights on for COD 2025. But here's the thing, right? And it kind of ties into the whole title of the video. COD 2025 is going to be like a year two. Basically, right? You look at Modern Warfare 2 and then Modern Warfare 3 now, where the guns carry over and everything, and people think it's kind of like a glorified DLC. Well, that's basically what COD 2025 is going to be. We have Black Ops Gulf War, and then the very next year is going to be this sequel to Black Ops 2, which who knows how the campaign's even going to be, but in general, it seems like the Gulf War weapons are probably going to carry over. Then we're going to have this mishmash of Gulf War era, like 90s weapons, as well as futuristic and modern weapons via the Black Ops 2 setting. Well, like Tom said there, we're 20 months away from that release, and they currently don't have a main developer. So like, what is actually happening with that game? Like, who right now is remastering the maps? Because the rumors said previously that that game is going to launch with a remaster of every single Black Ops 2 map, the same way Modern Warfare 3 launched with only remastered maps. Apparently COD 2025 is going to be doing the same thing. So as of right now, who is working on those maps? Who's working on the campaign? Who's working on the weapons? Who is trying to figure out if carry forward is going to be a feature? And if so, are they deciding what weapons are going to be going forward? How is the balancing going to be? Like, who is making the decisions right now for COD 2025? Because the game is 20 months away from release. We don't need another situation like we have here with Modern Warfare 3, where the game is thrown together by people crunching and working overtime for 16 months just to get laid off at the very end of it. You know what I mean? Like, COD 2025 right now kind of sounds like it's in developmental hell. They don't have a proper main developer. Now, Black Ops Gulf War, that's probably okay. I mean, Treyarch, there's a couple ways to look about this, right? So Treyarch has been working on Black Ops Gulf War, and they've had the most time ever to work on a COD title with this game. Like, this is the longest they've ever had to put together a COD title, and on one hand, that sounds pretty good, but on the other hand, Treyarch has also been helping out a ton with games like Modern Warfare 2, as well as Modern Warfare 3. They've been handling the ranked play for both of those games. They've been handling the zombies here for Modern Warfare 3. So, like, how much of Treyarch is really solely focused on Gulf War versus helping out everything with the Modern Warfare franchise that we've had for the past couple of years? Like, who knows? So the future of Call of Duty seems pretty up in the air when it comes to how the games are going to be. The development has been very spotty over the course of the past couple of years. It used to be the development of COD was kind of simple, right? Like, every year a new game would come out. It would be Infinity Ward one year, then Treyarch the next year. They always had this very set schedule. But then ever since Sledgehammer got thrown into Advanced Warfare back in 2014, it seems like they just went through and they bought out all these different developmental studios, and now they're suddenly having 3,000 devs. Well, not so much anymore, all working on the same game from all these different studios from all across the world. And it just seems like they have so many studios all working on the same projects, and then ultimately the projects release with less content and more bugs than how it was back in the day when one studio basically made the game. And I understand that, like, Raven Software used to help out back in the day, Sledgehammer used to help out back in the day, right? But in general, Infinity Ward ran their games, Treyarch ran their games, Activision seemingly just kept their noses out of it, and the games released in a better state than they do currently when the development cycle was kind of ran that way. You know what I mean? Whereas now there's just so many studios. And don't think that I'm trying to backtrack here on all those employees getting laid off. I'm not looking for anybody to get laid off or lose their jobs or anything like that, but I am saying how they're doing Call of Duty right now seems so unorganized compared to how it used to be. Like, you can have all those employees, just have them all under the same umbrella, have them all under the same brand, the same building, the same offices, you know what I mean, as compared to having all these different people all across the world all trying to work together on these same projects, because the projects end up being super buggy when they're developed that way, at least in my opinion. And maybe COVID had something to do with that, I don't know. But right now, all we do know, reportedly, is that COD 2025 is 20 months away from release, and it does not have a main developer. And that makes it sound like that game is going to have some issues, similar to what we have here with Modern Warfare 3. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for you guys in this video here today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback on this news down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.